video game like a professional. Hello everybody, good evening. The Monday I don't stream on Mondays, it must be a bank holiday. Uh-oh. Sound things. Professional streamer time. Right. We need you to connect in there. You to be muted. Windows 95. Hello Basil, how you doing? Noir here. Hello Kira, how are you? I am 8x6. There we go. 8x6 will do. Your weird little resolution. That'll do. That'll do. Yeah, okay, any key. Fine. Jesus, all go. Hello, putting the chief in mischief, Orko, yes. So I've been feeding next door's cat. And when they asked me the other day, and I tried to get the cat to come out the front to say hello and be nice and polite. Of course, it never happens, does it? It never happens. But I did, Mary next door called Orko Pinky, because he looks a bit like Clark, but he's got a big pink nose. So Orko is now Pinky. But in no world whatsoever is Snarf the brain. Asking cats to not be dickheads. I know, right? Right, what were the buttons? That's the button. Look at that. Right. We need to do things. Look in our notebook and remind ourselves what's going on with the game. Right, oh, here we go. We're right at the contents. We've got cases, contacts and suspects, murders. Right, so we got the Monday case. So that's right. On, what's her name? Should you be able to see this? You should. What's going on with you? Right, well that's working. I just need to resize you again. Hang on a minute. That's your actual resolution. Does that work any better? No, of course it doesn't. How have you got so massive? Good, it's still actually working. Right. Shift you over to there. There we go. Hello, Ray. Still on the screen. Oh, we're not anymore. We're on a working screen. So we got the Monday case, which involves Monday.
At the beginning, that was... Carlotta had hired me to track down Monday. At the beginning, that was pretty much all I knew about him.
So that's our main case. Is the Monday.
The Milka was the tramp schooner that Monday had come in on, and I knew it was berthed at the wharf.
Right, so there's that. Then we've got contact suspect. We've got Carlotta. She hired us in the Monday case. The stranger asking questions. We scribbled out a name. Because we've got a name, I think. Malachite. Who was Malachite?
The big troll had come up to me out of nowhere and asked me to find Therma. He certainly wasn't the brightest troll.
Right, that's it. We stopped.
He certainly.
Right. Find Therma. Ilsa and two Conkers. What was all this about?
I'd learned that Ilsa was in town and traveling with a man named Two Conkers.
Okay, right.
The dwarf had tried to threaten me off the Mundy case. I knew right from the start that he knew more than he was telling me.
Oh, yes. Right, okay. And then a bunch of mysterious murders. And Madam... Oh, that was Therma's stage name?
I'd heard that Therma sang under the stage name of Madame Lodestone. I'd also heard that she was dead.
Right. I think that's all the plot to catch up with. Thanks for biding with me, folks. I don't know why. Fine, just...
My desk had nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
Sapient. Unfortunately, it's enough.
Right, let's just leave. Go. Don't dick with your hat. Go. And the rest of you pass enjoying the bank holiday. If it is a holiday, yes, if it is a holiday. Some people don't always have the luxury of a 4-day weekend. I thought I said to leave. Go. RAM was relaxing. Working, get your PC Stardew Day saved to perfection. Excellent. Lazy day for Kira. Lovely stuff. Glad everyone's having a nice, relaxing bank holiday Monday. What the babby Jesus would have wanted, or something. Right, this is a place we haven't been. There's probably all sorts of new questions we can ask in other places. Have we been here? Yes, we've been there. Let's play through OBS for a bit. Let's go to Rodan's workshop, shall we? Oh, they spent money on this set. Oh, no. Let's talk to him before.
At first glance, Rodan looked like a typical sculptor. On closer examination, I decided he was much less.
Love the fart noises.
You wouldn't happen to be Rodan, would you?
Please make the machine stop. Make the machine stop.
I know that one.
Definitely nice.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Take your time.
Yes. Yes, I think I am Rodan. How can I be sure?
Beats me. I had a note from my mother the day they did philosophy at school.
You must conceive form in depth.
Why?
Do you know, I don't remember.
It figures.
What do you make of this?
I stared at the statue he was working on. Face to face with art, we shuffle our feet and apologize. We say, I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. Well, most people do. I can't even say I know what I like. But that's not the point. The point is that if knowing what you like is good enough for shoes and drinks and women, what's wrong with applying the same rule to art? I guess people don't like to look stupid. Personally, I think art's for guys who couldn't do basic maths.
Do you like it?
Well, I don't know much about art. Sometimes I could be such a coward.
Oh, God. Why do you want a machine that makes such a noise, Kira? It makes a farty noise, and then lots of really high-pitched gnawing noises.
So you're a sculptor, then?
Fart clang. I had to borrow a finger for that one.
Yes. Yes. I'm reasonably sure I am. Something like that, anyway.
Why do I get the feeling that you aren't going to be much good at small talk?
Alright, let's ask him about things in our notebook. Right, was it Malachite who was meant to have worked here? Let's start there.
Do you know a troll named Malachite?
Malachite.
It's going to be painful.
It sounds familiar.
In your own time.
I think he works for me. Or he did work for me. No, I think he must still work for me. Look, there he is over there.
Bando voice, he's behind you.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
Yeah. Where do I know that name from?
Oh,
It
God.
wasn't hard to lose patience with Rodan.
You're right.
Every day probably took him by complete surprise. Have you heard of a troll named Madame Lodestone?
Madame Lodestone, the fount of all relief. Relief. Relief to be observed and not outlined.
He's gone weird.
Relief tours determination.
He's gone weird.
That's the main thing. To hope, tremble, to be drunk. It's a man's life in the Imperial Artists.
You're not making any sense.
Sorry.
He's either useless or weird.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the recent murders, would you?
Oh, murders. Yes. Oh.
Murders. When people are killed.
No. Don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Useless or weird, the two genders. Kira's bi-gender. Maybe we're all bi-gender.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
It's gonna be painful, isn't it? I don't... Fart noise.
Yeah. Where do I know that name from?
It wasn't hard to lose patience with Rodan. Every day probably took him by complete surprise.
It's probably pointless asking him about anything else, right?
I guess you'd better get back to your work.
I really, 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 really hope.
All I knew about the statue was that it was a work in progress.
Well, it's slightly quieter. I think my video... video's gone out of sync. 1 second. 1 second, folks. Some brief technical issues. Let me just go that one. That one. And hopefully that's better. Oh, that was like pulling teeth. And now we're going to talk to Malachite.
Malachite was the biggest troll I'd ever seen. Actually, Malachite was the biggest living thing I'd ever seen, and possibly the dumbest, too.
Which conversation's going to be worse?
You're a tough troll to find, Malachite. You could say something. Okay, so I'll do the talking. So how you been keeping, Malachite? Okay, I guess you don't want to talk about that. This where you're staying at the moment? I guess you're not going to talk about that either. Heard any good
He's
jokes recently?
quieter.
How many trawls does it take to change a lamp wick? Want me to give you a clue?
Oh, what's in our inventory? Is there anything?
I'd pulled the label out of the flotsam in the bilge water of the Milka. The scrap of cardboard I'd found in one of the bunks on the...
Right, yeah, we don't seem to have anything worth showing. Anyone? Wow, no. Wow, what's going on?
There didn't seem much point in asking Malachite about himself.
All
He
right,
wasn't
fine.
likely to say anything. Frankly, it was looking like the only way to get through to this guy was with a chisel.
Okay.
It'd be really useful if you could tell me something about Therma that I could use to find her.
Therma. Find Therma.
Yes, I know that part, but I need some leads if I'm going to find her.
Find Therma.
Malachite wasn't being very helpful.
I'm
But he
starting
was
to miss the
tall and
first game.
threatening, so I guess everyone has something going for them. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think Therma might be dead. Her house collapsed. She's been gone a while. Are you going to say something?
Need to see the body.
The body?
Find Therma. Need to see body.
Okay, the body. No problem. Sheesh.
Right. We have no other cases. How many more weird cases are we going to have? Do you know anything about any murders? Probably
Do you
not.
know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork? Malachite listened to what I said, but said nothing. He wasn't what you'd call the prince of repartee.
Right.
Always a pleasure talking at you, Malachite.
I'm not asking any more questions, but I might pick up
For
the
some
grapple.
reason, there was a grappling iron on the floor near Malachite. I couldn't have been more interested in it, even if it had plot device written across it in large letters.
Stop trying to win me back, game.
I don't know why I thought stealing the grapple would be easier than talking to Malachite. It wasn't.
Okay. So if we need a grapple, we've got to move Malachite. And I hope I never have to speak to Rodan again. Oh my god. That felt so pointless. Let's go back and see Nobby. Let's have a sensible conversation with Nobby.
Hello again. Hello. How's work treating you then? Not so bad, Luton. I've been busy though. Rushed off my feet. Yeah, I can tell.
Right, what's new in the notebook?
Do you know a dwarf by the name of Al-Khali? Never heard of him. How did you know he was male, then? You can't trick me. Everyone knows dwarves don't use the female pronoun. Okay. Mind you, I've always wondered what a female pronoun was. One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby. Is it normally kept covered, or what? I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby.
See, you can make good pronoun jokes. Oh, bless you, Nobby. No, apparently pronouns were in beta in 1999. What else?
It didn't seem worth asking about that.
Okay, I can't remember what that was about, really.
Have you heard of a singer called Therma? Never heard of her.
What about... I told you her stage name of...
Have you ever heard of a troll by the name of Madame Lodestone? Madame Lodestone? Oh, there's a name I've not heard in quite a while. You know her, then? Well, no, but I've heard of her. She died in some sort of construction mishap. A mishap, Nobby. Whatever. Anyway, if memory serves, they put her body in the Salaci Mausoleum. Don't know how she ended up in such an exclusive establishment, but that's how I heard it. That doesn't sound very likely. You did ask.
Yes, talking to Nobby was fruitful. We got some funky sax.
Catch you later, Nobby.
And a new
like
location.
Measles, maybe. Or athlete's foot.
Wow. Right. The mausoleum. That's
The
where we need to
Salaci
go.
family mausoleum was one of the most beautiful buildings I'd ever seen, nestled in an upmarket part of the city of Ankh. It was unguarded because, quite frankly, no one in their right mind would do anything to offend the Salaci family, given their ties to the Assassin's Guild. It wasn't just something that wasn't done, it was also something that wasn't survived.
Wow. Oh, I say. Right, what have we got? We got tombs. We got tombs. We got us.
The Salaci family mausoleum was full of tombs. More chambers, annexes, vaults, sepulchres, and catacombs than a thesaurus.
It's a really good line.
I tried to find Therma's grave, but it was a waste of time. You'd need to be an expert in heraldry or genealogy to even begin to navigate around it. I'll say this for the nobility. They keep their dead well indexed.
Okay, so we've got what's that note? Salaci Mausoleum. Guess we find out, because I don't know what's going on with the other case. Let's see if anyone who knew.
There was nothing I could do with the stage other than be glad I didn't have to perform on it.
Right, we can't. Alright, we'll just talk to Mankin then.
I'm back, so I can see. This seems like a nice place. No, it doesn't. It seems like what it is. A wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's tough to get to the top in that field. You could have that on a sign outside. Come to the Octarine
I
Path,
feel like
the
we've
most
had this
wretched
bit
hive
before.
of scum and villainy this side of the... Are you being funny? Apparently not. You look a little... I can't shake...
Right. So it looks like the generic greeting is the same for most people most of the time.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance?
Nope. Okay, so we need to find someone who knows their way around there. Is there... I don't think there's anything else to talk to him about that we haven't already.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali? I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
Ugh, right, all rubbish.
Until
Goodbye.
later, Mankin.
Right. There's nothing on the notice board.
I couldn't imagine who would pay attention to the notices in a seedy dive like the Parrot. But I guess they were of interest to someone.
What if on the notice board is guided tours?
Eat at Harga's House of Ribs. All you can gobble for
I don't
$1.
think so,
Menu
though.
available. Famous wherever huge appetites gather and mountainous stomachs rumble.
I think it's just gags, isn't it? It's just gags. Right. Of all the places available to us, they've gone and made the game hard again. I don't really know what I'm doing. Ah, right. There's someone to talk to at
You
least.
came back.
I'm not staying. What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Look at that, using them for the dwarves. Well, what do you know about the mausoleum?
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance?
I'm sorry, Luton. I don't know anything about that.
Hello, you're a pest. Sit over there. You were sitting nice for a bit, weren't you? Now you're like, Oh, is it a big stretch? Is it a big stretch and fuck off? Or a big stretch? No, just a big stretch and sit down. Okay. Stop it. Stop doing the cute thing. There's nothing new. Talk to Elsa about. Yes, very futile.
Don't go far. I might want to shout at you again.
I'm sorry, Luton.
Not sorry enough.
Thanks, Basil. And you have reminded me of something, which I'm sure... Have I switched off a Nightbot? Right, hang on. What we... Save the game. To make some room. Put the camera on. Gotta look after the criminals. See? A vote for Basil is a vote for being soft on crime. Whereas I'm more responsible on crime. Although I'm not saying how I got this game to run. Hello, yes. See if we can get Snarf. Snarf! Snarf, snarf! Hello. Soft and crime, made of crime. Hello, Snarf. How are you doing? You ready? Snarf's here. Honestly, he is here. Hello. Larry's here as well.
Right. Yeah, you didn't put empty tub in the recycling.
I forgot.
Yeah, well, remember next week.
It's fine. It's empty. It's fine.
Yeah, you just let things build up, man.
No, we need to get you on camera. What did I do with the lid?
You've lost the lid.
There it is.
Hey, watch me cranium. Tuna.
Smooth late night jazz sounds with DJ Nerd and the Cats. It's what you come here for. It's not about the games. It's about seeing two beautiful kitties numbing down the dreamies. Like pigs in some cases. I mean, Snarf's having a good old go though. But he doesn't... Snarf doesn't seem as drooly as Orko. DJ and the Cat sounds like a good jazz band. Yeah, but you bow. You better boop bow. Yeah, you got loads to the side of you, Orko. Come on. Meanwhile, Snarf is just gently nom nom. Hello, Rick. Good evening. Just in time to see Snarf fuck off. That'll be a Snarf win. Orko still munching away. I think you're done now, Orko. Are you? Oh, wait, no. Found one. Snarf, 62. There goes Orko. What's the old joke? They say jazz is about the notes you don't play. And I sure wish there were more of them. I like that new attack angle. Oh no. Oh no. Folks, Snarf missed one on the floor. We need to page Cappy to... The thing is, Orko hasn't spotted it either. There. Snarf missed it. Orko missed it. I don't know. Are we doing a dusty finish? Where's Kathy? She's the rules adjudicator. Sudden Death Timebreaker, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, Sudden Death Timebreaker, you're doing an Iron Man match, right? That wasn't an Iron Man match. That was just like, that was a regular match. Maybe it's a DQ finish. If it were a title match, Snarf would keep the title if it were a DQ finish. Obviously, I'm talking about wrestling, and I'm going to press the wrestling button.
Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
That worked surprisingly well with the music. Someone clip that, please. Right. Anyway, wrong mouse. Get the right mouse. Get the right mouse, TJ. Press the right buttons as well. Put the game back on. We'll see if someone wants to come in and claim this in a bit. Right mouse. Right mouse for the game. Right. We've got nothing new. We need to find someone.
Hello again.
Hello yourself.
I don't think he's going to be much help, but we'll give it a try.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance?
I'm afraid I can't really help you with that.
Fine. What about my dwarf?
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
There's no one I know.
Do you know Ilsa?
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conquers mean anything to you?
How many names is that?
2.
Apparently not.
They were on your ship.
Ah, I see. Ask
right,
me
yes.
that question again.
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conquers mean anything to you?
Yes, they were on my ship.
You're not gonna tell me anything useful, are you?
It's not looking likely, is it?
Oh my, right. Goodbye.
I'll see you around, Captain.
Is it... Well, he's a vampire, if anyone knows their way round a mausoleum. Surely.
I decided not to disturb Samir while he was working.
Boo. Right, now this is just the golem. We stole the stuff off the cart. Oh, don't make me talk to Rodan. I mean, one use of granite statues is in mausoleums, right? Fine.
Hello again.
That was his Terry Wogan.
Do I know you?
Here we go again.
He slips into his Terry Wogan now and again.
Can you tell me anything about the Salaci Mausoleum?
The mausoleum. The place where the Salaci family bury their dead. The site of burial. The center
I can tell
of
something, is he?
internment. The dominant plane, clearly indicated, form directed towards you, all life surging from a center, expanding from within outwards.
Can you tell me anything about the mausoleum?
No, sorry.
I guess you'd better get back to your work.
At least now in any way we can understand it, what he was saying.
I tried to find Therma's grave, but it was a waste of time. You'd need to be an expert in heraldry or genealogy.
Yeah, no, that's the bit we knew. Alright. Right. What was the difference between Pier 5 and the Wolf? Oh, Pier 5 had the Watchman.
The Watchman had a look of mad dedication about him. It was the kind of look that could only be achieved by someone whose job was so mind-numbingly tedious that their only pleasure came from being blisteringly unhelpful to everyone who came along. I've got a few more questions.
Let's try him.
That's lucky.
He might know something about a mausoleum. If we're lucky.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance?
That's nothing to do with me.
No, of course not. I'm not even sure what happened here before.
I gave the Watchman Al Khali's description. He didn't recognize it.
I can't even
I
remember
have a feeling I'll see you later.
what the Pier 5 thing was about.
Wait.
If it wasn't for the Watchman, I could, as it was.
We could go around the back, and there was nothing around the back? Why is there nothing around the back? Or nothing around the back yet? There's a warehouse with the chap in the way of the door. Yes, there is. I can't remember why. Oh, I'm not going into the River Ankh. We're not getting back on the ship anytime soon. Unless... Oh, hello, you're back. Hello, sailor.
The sailor was busy loading the ship, and I decided not to disturb him.
Or not. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. They're next to each other. Running out of ideas. Running out of ideas. So Carlotta comes to us, says, "Oh, you need to find Thingy Bob, Mundy. He's gone missing. And he was on that ship, the Milker." And there's another stranger asking questions.
The first mate had said that a dwarf had been at that, raised my suspicion.
Who turned out to be Al-Kali. And Malachite asked us to find Therma. Ilsa's in town because we've got to have a babe with some sort of history, right? Right, and the mysterious murders are probably related. But we could solve this case if we could find our way around a mausoleum. Was it F2 for inventory?
I'd pulled the label out of them. My purse might...
We've got a crowbar. What else do we need in life? Is there something we've missed at the Parrots? Stage, mankin, bar. Nothing happening the other side of the bar. What are you doing? You're not very talkative. We got information off of you. Think your dude stuck on the table. Yep. Also, this dude is stuck on a video game. I feel it's awfully early to be getting stuck, but there you go. Just in case, like Sam and Max, we missed everything we needed in the original Office. This game's starting to infuriate me already. Feels quite early for that. Right, let's have a think, folks. Let's have a think. Who would know their way around a mausoleum who isn't the vampire we can't talk to? Or death? Sure, it's the sort of place Nobby likes to hide out from the rain. And all else fails, Nobby seems to have helped us the most.
Hello again.
Gonna bother
Hello.
through. No worries, Ray. See you in a bit.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salaci family mausoleum by any chance?
Give me a break, Luton. I don't know everything.
Ugh, Nobby, I thought you'd be helpful.
Does this mean anything to you?
He has connections.
No.
Can you read this?
Give me a break, Luton. I don't know everything.
Tempting as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
But it's tempting.
Have you heard of a singer called Therma?
Never heard of her.
I don't suppose you know a troll named Malachite.
Not Mount Malachite.
Describe him.
Big, tall, stupid, not very talkative.
That's the one.
He went down for theft years ago. I seem to remember he had an accomplice.
An accomplice?
Yeah, he denied it, but we all thought he was working with someone.
Okay.
I don't reckon he was the brains of the outfit. What happened?
He escaped. Not that long ago either. As far as I know, he's on the lam. Why? You've seen him?
No. Just interested.
Okay. That was new info, I think, maybe? Did we talk about Alcal?
Do you know a dwarf by the name of
Oh, yeah,
Al
no, we
Kali?
did this.
Never heard of him.
How did
You ever
Okay.
mind?
One of... I'm going to... It didn't seem worth asking. Has there been a...
I
Could
don't
we
know.
ask her that? Yeah, doesn't know. Okay.
Catch you later, Nobby.
Well, at least we know he's on the run from the police.
Hello again, Malachite. No, don't say anything. I know how you love to talk, but I'd hate for you to wear out that beautiful voice of yours.
Alright, no worries. See you in a sec. We're probably not going to get far in the game.
Do you know anything about the Salachi Mausoleum? Hello? Hello? Maybe this is a time to take no reply for an answer. There didn't seem much. He wasn't like, frankly, it was looking like.
Fine.
Always a pleasure talking at you, Malachite.
Malachite was no help. Oh, the grapple's gone. The grappling hook's gone. Where'd the grappling hook go? Fine, right. Who else? Who else is any use? Who else in this godforsaken city is helpful? Knows something about the mausoleum? Or maybe about the Milker thing. So... distract the guard, get entry into there, or find an alternate way.
I couldn't tell what the crates contained, and frankly, I didn't much care.
Yeah, but what if...
I was never going to get anywhere if I didn't learn to resist the urge to use the crowbar at every available opportunity.
It's the only thing I've got!
I couldn't tell.
Oh, Rick also needs food. Right, fine. We'll put that back in inventory then. What have we tried? Was this slip of paper the thing that got us here? This location, I've forgotten.
Have you seen any labels like this before?
Oh, sure.
Where?
On crates.
I have this inescapable feeling that I could try and get some useful information out of you about this, but that it wouldn't be worth the time and effort I'd have to spend on the way.
I'd go with that feeling if I were you.
On crates.
I wasn't really sure if there was anything I could do with the crates.
Fine. The note and the crates is not a combo. Because the... So I think it was Ilsa who transcribed the note for us, right?
Can you read this?
Yes, it says Pier 5.
What language?
Agatean.
How do you know an obscure language like that?
Actually, Two Conkers is from the counterweight continent. I learnt it from him.
I thought that people...
Or
Right, yes.
what?
People... They said the last...
Two Con.
You know, they...
What? Two Con.
We
no.
did
Let-
we did all this.
I-
We did all this. But they're telling us that we've got a new map location when we haven't. It's the same one. Sure, for food can't be asked. I don't blame you. Like, surely we can talk to a vampire about things.
I could talk to Samael later, when he wasn't so busy.
Yeah, but what if?
I could talk to Samael later.
Boo. Fine. Hang on. This is a function I don't quite understand. To the rule book. The manual thing. How to stop talking to people. How to talk to people. So I'm not sure if, like, this weird icon that we got, if we can use that to link. Can we do that to link things to get? Hang on. No, not that.
I knew that Madame Lodestone was buried in the mausoleum, which meant if Therma was Madame Lodestone, she was buried there.
I think I can combine things.
I knew the street.
But how? Right, okay, there we go. So if I double click Madame Lodestone, or single click, then I get that, and then I single click with Therma, or double click with Therma.
What was the connection between Malachite and Therma?
Right, this is something we haven't played with, have we?
At the start, all I knew about the mysterious...
Right, Therma and Madame Lodestone.
Apparently, Therma's stage name had been Madame Lodestone. Strange that Malachite hadn't mentioned that to me.
Right.
As stupid as the big dumb troll was, I couldn't see him having anything to do with a string of murders.
Okay, cool. So we're attempting to link things together.
It didn't seem like dwarves and trolls.
But, okay. No.
Mundy must have had business out of town. But what?
But what? Right, these things are not making... Right, but the Milker and...
Beyond the obvious, I don't think that had anything to do with the Milka.
But
I'd learned that Ilsa was... The dwarf had... I knew...
right.
Alkali knew about the Mundy case somehow. So he presumably knew Carlotta somehow.
Right, okay. Am I actually... Right, okay. Just getting used to this interface. If we single click... I've currently got, like, Ilse from Two Conkers selected. If I single click, I end up swapping with Alkali. So I have to double click to try and combine them.
There was no connection to Ilsa or Two Conkers, as far as I could tell. If there was a connection, it wasn't one I could see. I found it hard to believe. Perhaps I should come. There didn't seem to be.
Right. So what connections could we make that might make us think of something new to write down? Because presumably that's the thing we can do, right? Like, if I select the thermocase, okay, I can't select a case, but I can select Monday. Oh, I can select Monday and then
Monday must have had business out of town. But
what? Okay, cool.
Carlotta claimed Monday was her lover. The question had to be, was she telling the truth?
Mm-hmm.
The stranger must have had some connection to Monday. I found it hard. There was no connection.
Aside from the fact they're on the same ship. Oh no. What I've done there is a single click Alkali.
What was the connection between Monday and Alkali? He was asking after Monday, but how did they know that he was on the Milka?
Right.
Perhaps I should concentrate on finding out who the stranger was.
It's Alkali, surely.
There was no connection. It didn't seem likely that the dwarves and
Right, fine. What about the mysterious murders?
It wasn't impossible that Alkali could have something to do with the recent murders. If there was a connection... If there was a...
Okay.
I knew that Madame Lode's...
So, sure, we can combine these things, but it's not giving us anything new yet. I'm just glad that we got this nice jazz music, because also maybe we can just go, instead of starting to talk to people, we can just go straight in. Anyone got any ideas? I'm stumped. This is kind of hard. I feel like I've run everything into the ground. I mean, I haven't talked about everything with fucking Rodan because Jesus Christ, it's painful. It's making my brain hurt. You did oven chips. Fantastic. I done nothing. I realised that we can take things from the notebook and combine them with things, but so far it's not been much help. This is probably a bad idea. Right, I can click the Slaatchi Museum.
What a strange mind I have.
Oh yes, what a strange mind I indeed do have. Oh, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Kira, if you can do some thinking, and you've got some ideas. I'm grateful for the fact that you played this game some time ago. and that you're trying to remember things. This is hard. Next step is getting to the Pier 5 warehouse. I mean, it's about the only other thing that we haven't done, but... Hello, Orca. It means either finding a way to get rid of this guard who's rubbish, or there's some crates, or there's round the back, where there is apparently nothing. Thank you for that, Orco. Apparently nothing. Nothing apparently. Right, no crates. The hotspots. There's the River Ankh. I don't think we're going to go for a dip in the Ankh. I missed a bit there. What, on this screen?
I'd already had to dive onto the Ankh once. I wasn't about to do it again.
Is this the tiniest fucking pixel hunt? Right. I'm looking carefully. I'm looking at the tally, which is slightly brighter than the OBS capture. These barrels are highlighted, but nothing happens. This crate is lit up, but nothing happens. These crates are lit up, but nothing seems to happen. Not yet. Is this a timed thing? Like, there seems to be... There's the River Ankh and there's the exit, and... nothing else is a hotspot. 3 dimensions. Oh my god. It's all the way up.
The skylight sat on the roof, an inviting alternative entrance. I wasn't the disc's greatest climber, and the warehouse wasn't the easiest building to scale. I was going to need some help.
Right. At least we got another thread to try and pull on. Thank you, Kira. Fucking all the way up there in that corner. Hello, Queeks. Yes, you've missed the fun. He's also missed. There's a rogue biscuit on the floor. He doesn't realise. He's just being a dick. Right. I saw a grappling hook once, but then it disappeared. But I'll try looking again. Can I have my microphone back, please? Thank you. Oh my god, the noises. I hate the noises. The grappling hook was there. Why isn't it there anymore?
Hello again, Malachite. No, don't say anything. I know.
You have no respect. Right, did I write down anything about I didn't, because I didn't get a jazz noise.
Do you know anything about the Milka? Malachite listened to what I said, but said nothing. He wasn't what you'd call the prince of repartee.
Hello, Queeks. In this game, I'll introduce you now. Hold on
Always a pleasure talking.
We are Luton something or other. Hang on. Let me get the book. Lots of backstory about the disc. Who are we again? It's Get the cast. He's looting something. The game's being really annoying. So there's no... Oh, he's just looting. I don't think he has a full name. He's just looting. Just normal looting. Just innocent looting. There was a grappling hook here somewhere. Luton Airport. Yeah, that's who he is. It's Rob Brydon doing a terrible voice that sometimes slips into Terry Wogan. Right, he had there was a grappling hook on the floor, and now it's gone. Private dick of some description. And this machine is really annoying. Right. Hello. Hi. Zero respect. Don't even realise there's a biscuit on the floor that Snarf missed. You've got a DQ finish. Right. Why? What happened to the grappling hook? Why is it gone? Why do we no longer have a grappling hook in the location where we're meant to have grappling hooks? It's not on our inventory. So what happens? See above. Just dip out. Go in and out. Oh, what? Oh, don't make it like based on randomness game. Fuck you. I gotta listen to this stupid fucking fart joke all the time. Right, if I go and talk to Nobby for a bit, will it pop back? Hello, Nobby. I've talked to you about everything, but, you know, we'll try something.
Have you learned anything about the Milka?
Yeah, not as such, no.
You go to great lengths to conceal how little work you do, don't you?
Hey.
Bye, Orko. Just bolted off. If this really is a fucking randomly appearing grappling hook puzzle, I'm going to be... I am angry. There was a grappling hook down there. He made a point of saying it was a plot point. Now it's not there. Malachite says nothing. And Kira's saying, just dip out and in again. I mean, aside from quitting game, we didn't pick it up. It's not in our inventory. We got crowbar, not grappling hook. That's a different thing. Right, that's what we're going to do. Gonna restart. Not sure if I trigger it somehow, but like, who else works there? Who else is working there? Like, Malachite's doing nothing. And it's not there. Why isn't it there? Game. 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 Why isn't it there? Like, who do I have to talk to? Okay. This dude's gone again. Oh, that crate's not crowbarable, huh? These crates
I was
are.
never going to get anywhere if I didn't learn to resist the urge to use the crowbar at every available opportunity.
It's the only thing I've got! Oh.
What if we compare the label to the crates?
The label could easily have come from a crate like these.
Okay, cool, good. Ray has got a good old guide up. Do I need to trigger something?
The first mates didn't look...
Fucking skylight bollocks. I need to ask a specific question. Need to ask a specific question of Malachite, I presume.
I wasn't the disc's greatest. I was...
Right. Need to ask a specific... Trying to... Specific does not shrink it down there. Right.
Hello again, Malachi. No, I know. So how you been keeping? Okay, this where you stay? I guess.
Yeah.
Heard any?
Yeah.
How many? Want me to...
Right. So we need to ask a specific question about
Can you read
PFIs.
this?
Don't know nothing about that.
Well, he answered.
Does this mean anything to you? Malachite listened to what I said, but said nothing. He wasn't what you'd call the...
Right. Okay. If it's asked about mausoleum, I will kick a brick. I'm pretty certain we've asked about the mausoleum.
Do you know anything about the Salaci Mausoleum? Hello? Hello? Maybe this is a time to take no reply for an answer. I hate to be the bearer of her... She's... Are you going... The body?
Right.
Oh, no problem. Sheesh.
That was find body, sure. Firma, Malachite won't ask about himself.
It'd be really useful if you could tell me...
Fight.
Yes, but I... Malachite,
Yeah, we did
but
that.
he...
Well, we did all that. Fine. Do you know anything about the murders?
Do you know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork? Malachite listened to what I said, but he wasn't...
Not the murders.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta? Malachite was as taught... Has there been a dwarf around asking questions? Malachite listened to what I said, but said nothing. He wasn't what you'd call the Prince of Repartee.
Can we combine Firma and Mausoleum? We can try. Firma?
It'd be really useful if you could tell me... Yes, but I... Malachite was... But he... Do you know any...
Right. Well, we don't need to do it
Always a
in
pleasure.
conversation mode. We can combine Firma and the Mausoleum.
I knew that Madame Lodestone was buried in the mausoleum, which meant if Therma was Madame Lodestone, she was buried there.
So I combine them.
Do you know anything about the Hello? Hello?
Like, yes, I can like, while you were putting oven chips on, I worked out if you single click on something, you can't select again because then you combine it with other things. Like, double click to combine it with malachite.
I'd learned that Therma was buried in the Salachi vault, but I still had to check it. I probably shouldn't tell Malachite until I was sure.
But if you single click, you end up swapping, you pick up malachite.
Apparently Therma's stage name had been Madame Lodestone. Strange that Malachite hadn't mentioned that to me.
And I'm sure we tried like a lot of combos of stuff.
I knew that Madame Lodestone was buried in the mausoleum.
But how that leads to, can I have your grappling hook, please? I don't know. It seems like, Ray, that I probably need to know Therma's location in the mausoleum. Which is the problem. But let's try combining Madame Lodestone with the tombs.
I resisted the temptation to say, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
Fuck off, Bryden. We've been to the mausoleum, we walk around and we're like, well, we're confused, we don't know how the mausoleum works.
I resisted.
Oh, you can laugh. You can laugh. I've got to play this game. Like,
I resisted the temptation to say.
We've basically got to... We need someone to guide us around the mausoleum. Because otherwise we just wander around.
I tried to find Therma's grave, but it was a waste of time.
So we need someone to show us around the mausoleum to find Therma's grave. And presumably once we found Therma's grave, we can tell Malachite and he'll move. And then we can get the grappling hook that's not at his feet. It was there, and now it's not. Kira reckons it's grapple first. I mean, at the moment, if the grappling hook was still where it was meant to be, I would say it was moving Malachite first. She's just singing.
You wouldn't happen to know your way around the Salachi family mausoleum by any chance?
Nope.
You're asking for it, he gives it you, but sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't, and you just don't know if it just happens if you need to trigger it. Well, we can just keep talking to people and then going back and finding out it's not there. The fuck is this puzzle? I thought this was meant to be the better of the games. Malachite, please can I have your grappling hook that isn't there? I'll look at something in my office. Let's have a coffee.
Nothing like a cup of imp-made coffee to make me jittery and paranoid.
This is an annoying puzzle.
Hello again.
That says Terry Wogan.
Uh,
Hello again.
do I know you?
Here we go again.
Uncle Terry. Oh, there's loads we didn't ask this guy about because he's rubbish.
Do you know anything about the Milka?
Ooh. That's familiar.
Rodan wasn't good at remembering details like his name or my name or what year it was.
What year is it?
Do you know anything about a man named Mundy?
Yeah. Where do I know that name from?
It wasn't hard to lose patience with Rodan. Every day probably took him by complete surprise.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Basil's pissed off.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
Yeah. Where do I...
It wasn't every...
Right. Goodbye,
I guess you
Rodan, you're rubbish. No grappling hook! Who's got the grappling hook solution? I tire of this game now. I feel like we've spent the past half an hour not doing anything except for discovering a skylight. What point and click bullshit have we got to do to get a goddamn grappling hook? Or someone who knows their way? Fuck, let me get to some jazz. Smooth sounds of jazz as opposed to that. Oh. Thanks, Nightball. Oh, I saw a Ray question. I've just seen a Ray question from Bob. Have we visited the cafe? We have, for a bit. Yeah, this is an actual question. I'm like... I heard a bit of dialogue. What do you know about an immediately completed voodoo? I know. So you trigger Ilsa. No, yeah, so yeah, we've got Ilsa in the bar. We've been to Cafe Ankh. The vampire won't talk to us. The captain is rubbish, and Ilsa told us some things. Oops, forgot about that. Right. So Kira is saying that to get the grappling hook, which she thinks we need next, we need to do the Pier 5 thing. We just go in and ask Malachite, but it's random as to if it's there. Oh, what the fuck?
I think we could safely say that the door to my office was just for getting in and out of my office.
A note.
The note had been pushed under my door by Carlotta.
Luton, I am anxious to see you again and to find out how the case is going. Come to the von Uberwald mansion on Moon Pond Lane. Carlotta
Finally.
von Uberwald.
So, Carlotta was a member of the von Uberwalds, one of the richest and most reclusive families in Ankh-Morpork. That explained why she could afford to offer to pay me so much. It didn't explain why she hadn't got around to paying me yet, but I could wait, at least until the rent was due.
Right. That got some stings. Excellent. Bullshit. It is a touch. Yeah, it's... It is a little bit bullshit, but I suppose you just need to watch out for stuff like this. Not quite the moon logic. Yeah, I don't like it. Well, I don't like going back to locations that shouldn't be part of the mystery. Right? It's like Sam and Max. It's like, if this is the office, then we should have explored the office and got everything in the office, and that was it. I suppose, with Towel Time, the Dame Was Loaded, you had the notion of, like, going back to the office for, to pay the rent and things like that. Oh, Basil, just look up the solutions for the original Discworld game and hate it forever, or watch playthrough on the YouTubes. It was fucking terrible, and it never ended either. It never ended. But yeah, I'm not fond of, like, I don't mind going back to places to re-explore, and maybe triggers have caused people or things to move about. I don't mind that too much. But not for your home base. It's always a bit weird. Anyway, the fact is we've now got
The invitation read as follows.
Luton, I am anxious to come to Carlotta.
So now we know about the von Uberwalds, who might be able to tour me around the thing. Right. The von Uberwald mansion. Here we go. A whole new location.
I already had a bad feeling about the Mundy case, but learning that my employer was a von Uberwald didn't fill me with confidence. I didn't know the facts about the von Uberwalds, but the rumors were bad enough.
May I help you, sir?
You could let me in for a start.
Very good, sir.
And don't call me sir.
As you wish, sir. May I take your coat and hat, sir?
Thanks, but no. I feel naked without them.
That must make it difficult to clean them.
Was that a joke?
I never joke, sir. It's not my job. I may lie, dissemble, or deceive, but I never joke.
Look, I don't want you to take my coat, okay?
But of course, sir. Sir is welcome to drip all over the immaculate hardwood floor that I spent several hours polishing this morning, because Sir is a guest, and Sir is entitled to do whatever Sir wishes.
What a wonderful butler. He's so passive-aggressive.
Nice house.
Sir's taste in architecture must be quite exquisite to so accurately summarize the many splendid cornices and archaic stained-glass frescoes of this splendid Lorenzian building as nice.
You have a gift for making people feel welcome, don't you?
One is blessed.
Right. What can we ask the butler about?
Can you read this?
Sir has many questions, but alas, I have few answers.
I have an invitation from Carlotta.
Ah, Sir is as quick to reach the point of Sir's visit as a tortoise with a war wound is in crossing a very large desert.
Wow.
I will fetch Mistress Carlotta for Sir, provided Sir would be so kind as to wait here and not to touch the valuable and irreplaceable furniture that adorns the room Sir is currently dripping on.
I'll see what I can do.
What kind of Uberwaldian would have a butler that isn't an Igor? One in Ankh-Morpork.
The large wooden doors led back out into the cold and rain. I wasn't that anxious to use them. The painting bore a striking resemblance to Carlotta.
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald, née Leopoldine. My predecessor, in a sense.
Oh? Are you a duchess?
No, but the resemblance is impressive, isn't it? My husband was struck by it from the moment I met him.
Where is your husband?
Dear Ulrich passed away during a civil uprising in Uberwald several years ago. Quite a terrible business, actually. Peasants, pitchforks, burning torches, the usual sort of thing.
Usual?
For Uberwald, certainly. Their ways may seem barbaric, but it's just the way things have always been done. If there wasn't a civil uprising every few years, I do believe the nobility would be most disappointed. Dying at the hands of a mob in a burning castle is practically traditional.
Tradition important to you, is it?
Ever the investigator, eh, Luton? Even your employer isn't beyond suspicion.
My old boss used to say that everyone was guilty of something.
And what are you guilty of?
Too many things, sweetie, but nothing you need to know about.
All right. Don't right, she's a fake. Fair enough. Robert Llewellyn is the butler there. Fair. Yep. He was in that. I thought it was Nigel Planer. Sounded a bit like a Nigel Planer voice. And I'm not sure what's going on with the boobs. I can only assume Discworld magic stuff.
You wanted to know how the case was going.
A girl's got to have hobbies.
I think I'm getting somewhere.
We're all getting somewhere, Luton. The question is, am I going to like where you're going?
I guess we'll just have to find that out the old-fashioned way.
That's me, an old-fashioned girl.
Like the girl in the picture.
The Duchess? She was quite a trendsetter in her era. She wore her dress so high, you could almost see her ankles.
My heart is pounding at the thought.
Right. Oh, we've got topics. There's so much to talk about.
So what's the story with you and Ulrich?
Do you believe in love at first sight, Luton?
It saves a lot of time, certainly.
Ulrich fell for me the moment we met. I guess seeing that painting every day probably helped.
Don't sell yourself short. You have a few assets of your own. I'm sure it was an equitable transaction.
You think I married him for his money?
Did you?
Let me tell you something, Luton. I've been rich and I've been poor. Rich is better.
Did you love him?
Does it matter?
It matters to me.
Maybe I did. I guess it depends on what love is.
Love is a moment of weakness that allows someone to hurt you more than you ever thought possible.
Oh,
men were given the strength to be brutes
cop.
to women, and women were given love to wreak their revenge.
Who was she, Luton?
Who?
The one who left you with such a high opinion of women. She must have been quite a gal.
Wow. Bit casual film around misogyny. Good to be done. Nice knockouts there. Ankle flash. Ankle flash or ankle flash? Woohoo.
I don't have much to tell you about the case, I'm afraid.
You still haven't found Mundi?
Not yet. I might do a better job if I had more money at my disposal.
Ah, yes, of course. You haven't been paid yet.
Well, it had crossed my mind.
I'm sure I could sort something out.
I didn't doubt that she could. The question was, would she? And more to the point, when would she? What can you tell me about the Duchess?
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald. Born Charlotte Ameliorati Victoire Tangerine Leopoldine, she married the Duke when she was 13, which was the style at the time. She was considered a risque dilettante by most of the nobility of Uberwald, and rumors abounded that she caused the heart attack that killed the Marquis of Grand Mal when she showed him her naked knees. Her corset was said to be so tight that her first pregnancy went into extra time, and her first and only son had learned his first word by the time he was born.
You're pretty good on this family history business, then.
I dabble.
That was extra time. I'm not sure that's how pregnancies work. Right, fine. You know what? Tell me about Ilsa.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
Be careful, Luton. I don't appreciate people wasting my time.
We're trying to ask pertinent questions about the case.
Have you heard of a dwarf who goes by the name of Al-Khali?
No, I haven't.
Never mind. It was a long shot.
That was very quick, and in normal circumstances I'd be like, you're a bit quick to say no there, but it's also just the way that video games load, huh?
Do you know a big, dumb troll called Malachite?
I thought all trolls were big and dumb.
This one pushes new boundaries. Do you know him or not?
No, I don't.
Fine. What about Muslim?
I need your help.
I'm not hard to get, Luton. All you have to do is ask.
I need your knowledge. I need to find a particular tomb in the Salachi Mausoleum, but I don't know enough about genealogy. You do.
The Salachi Mausoleum? That could be
Finally.
trouble.
Don't worry. I'm not going to mess with the tombs. I know better than to offend a family whose ties with the Assassin's Guild go back to its very foundation. I just want to see if someone's buried there.
Who's the stiff?
A troll named Therma.
A dead troll? You don't get much stiffer than that, I suppose.
Will you help me or not?
Of course, although I'm not really properly dressed for a mausoleum. You don't mind waiting while I get changed?
It's not like Therma's going anywhere.
If Sarah is not too busy, the master of the house wishes a word with you.
And if
Ooh.
I am too busy?
The master of the house still wishes a word with you, and I shall be forced to beg.
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds
definitely
like it
Robert
could
Crowley.
be fun.
Did I say beg, sir? I meant resort to violence.
In
Ah,
which case, lead the way.
proper butler. Oh, look at this 1999 CGI. It's brilliant.
Mr. Luton, as I understand it, my daughter-in-law has retained you to investigate a certain matter for her.
That's correct.
Then I take it you will be a frequent visitor to my house.
It seems likely.
Do you know who I am?
I know that they call you the Count.
Do you know why they call me the Count? Because I am a Count. Count Henning von Überwald. One of the Blintz von Überwalds, I ought to add, because frankly, Überwald had an uncountable number of counts. And I'm trapped in Ankh-Morpork at the moment because my current infirmity prohibits me from leaving this room.
You're outside.
That doesn't explain why you wanted to see me.
I wish to know what my daughter-in-law has you investigating.
That's between me and her.
No, Mr. Luton. I rather suspect it isn't. You see, Carlotta's hands are not on the von Überwald purse strings, but mine are.
So you're saying I won't get paid unless I tell you what I'm doing?
No, I'm implying that. Whether or not you actually get paid is a different issue.
What's it to you?
I get very bored. I'm interested as to what
right,
goes
yeah.
on around me.
All right. I'm tracking someone for her.
Someone who is missing?
That's right. A man named Mundy.
Oh, I see. Very well. If you keep me informed on the progress of the case periodically, I will ensure that you receive payment.
It's in fact a conservatory. And yes, Count sounded like something else in that accent. They called me Count because I am a Count.
So if I keep you informed on how the Mundy case is going, you'll ensure that I get paid?
As much as it is in my power to do so, yes.
And what if I mention this to Carlotta? Maybe she's got the money from other sources and doesn't need the family money.
A possibility. Very well. I'll offer to pay you irrespective of whether Carlotta pays you herself.
That seems a little unethical. I'd be betraying the trust of a client.
I'll pay you twice your usual fees.
Well, what do you know? Suddenly I've resolved all my ethical dilemmas.
Ethics are a salve for the poor, Luton.
I am the poor.
You sound as if you are proud of the fact.
The poor are often prouder than the rich. They know that what they have can't be taken away.
Why would anyone want to take their poverty away?
I didn't say the poor were smart. I said they were proud.
Okay.
You said you have to stay in the conservatory. Why?
I'm not a well man, Mr. Luton. It is hard to say how long I have for this world, or indeed if the next world will take me.
What's so special about the conservatory?
Ankh-Morpork is too hot and humid for my tastes. I had the conservatory built especially. It's colder than the rest of the house. I keep it at the temperature I feel most comfortable with.
Why so cold?
You ask too many questions.
I'm an investigator. It's my job.
Well, be thankful that I find your impertinence charming, or else I might be forced to teach you a lesson.
In your condition?
You would be surprised at just what I can do in my condition, Mr. Luton.
Because he's werewolf. We all know this, right? They're werewolves.
So the von Uberwalds are wealthy, then?
Not compared to some, but we have more than enough to look after our own.
Is Carlotta one of your own?
When she married into us, she became a part of us.
You sound like you don't approve.
My opinions of Carlotta are not the issue. Traditions and ties of blood are stronger than opinions.
But there is no tie of blood between you and Carlotta. She married into the clan.
Mr. Luton, there are ties of blood between all the von Uberwalds. In Uberwald, blood is very important.
Just checking, it's not really on the level of social commentary one would expect with Terry, but I guess an attempt was made, yes. I'm just double checking, and Terry Pratchett is credited with far too much interference. Not necessarily the story. So, yeah. Cool, so we've got the Von Uberwalds. That's a new page for us. He's not going to know about Malachite, is he? But maybe he can tell us about Monday.
What can you tell me about Monday?
I'm afraid I can tell you nothing, but I would be interested in what you have to say about Monday.
Carlotta says he's an ex-lover and she suspects him of cheating on her.
And you believed her?
Whether I believe her or not is immaterial. Do you know anything about the Milka?
I'm sorry, but I don't get out of the conservatory much.
I feel like that's going to be his snappy, doesn't know answer, right?
Tell me about Carlotta.
I find it impertinent that you should ask questions so boldly of me.
You'll live.
It is fortunate that I find your manner amusing.
I guess this must be my lucky day.
Very well. Carlotta became a member of the family by marrying my son Ulrich, who is no longer with us.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he returned to Uberwald several years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was dead.
Oh, he is. And, alas, Carlotta is now part of my family, and I have a duty to protect her.
Why do you dislike her so much?
It is not something you should trouble yourself with.
Alright, fine.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
I'm sorry, but I don't get out of the conservatory much.
Right, no, fine.
Do you know a big, dumb troll who goes by the name of Malachite?
Conservatory.
Malachite.
Oh, hang on.
There's a name I have not heard in many years.
Okay, wasn't expecting
yes,
that.
I know of him.
How?
As it happens, he broke into this mansion several years ago and stole several valuable heirlooms that were never recovered. Incredibly, the City Watch was able to catch him before the Thieves Guild did, and he was imprisoned.
For some reason, I decided not to tell the Count that Malachite had escaped. I had a feeling the troll could still be useful to me. Maybe as a rockery one day.
Wow.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
These days, the only people I know are those who come to the mansion.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
These days, the...
Right.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
These days...
Right, okay. Not a lot happening there. Probably knows nothing about the murders.
Do you know anything about the recent murders?
There are always murders in Uberwald. I don't see why these should be any different.
I was talking about the murders here in Ankh-Morpork.
Mr. Luton, I couldn't be less interested in the petty crimes of this wretched city.
Fine. Wrong way. Wrong way.
Have you heard of a singer named Madame Lodestone?
These days, the only people I know are those...
Right, okay. What about the mausoleum?
Do you know the Salaci Mausoleum at all?
I'm aware of it. The Selaci family and the von Uberwalds do occasionally mix in polite society.
By polite society, you mean high society?
Well, certainly out of your reach.
Is there any chance you could show me around it?
Mr. Luton, there is little chance that I will leave this room for you or anyone else, let alone travel halfway across town to give you a guided tour of a mausoleum. Also, I confess, it would bring back happy memories of when I was dating.
You took your dates to a mausoleum?
Sometimes. Sometimes my dates lived in mausoleums.
You dated the dead?
No. The undead. They can be terrible bores sometimes, but most vampires are terribly well bred.
Okie doke. Okay. Does he know what this says?
Can you read this?
I'm sorry, but I don't get a...
Right, okay. Let's not hit him with a crowbar. Art's not here.
I'll be back later.
I look forward to it.
Now let's get this straight. We're looking for a troll named Therma.
As far as I know, yes, but she may be in here under the name Madame Lodestone.
Okay, then we can rule out the Fornix Sanguis Ceruleus.
What? Does there have to be one?
The Blue Blood Vault. We can probably eliminate the heroic decapitated war veterans vault and the thoroughbred pet vault. Do you know what relation this troll had to the Selaci family? She wouldn't be buried here if she wasn't.
Well, your guess is as good as mine. It took Carlotta a while to work it out, but we eventually found a Madame Lodestone in the Fornix Famulus, the servitor's vault. Guess she used to keep the floors real clean or something.
Here we
Weird
are.
freeze.
Madame Lodestone.
Shit, we ran out of time.
There's an inscription. Madame Lodestone, singer and retainer of Lord Robert Salaci, taken from us when her house collapsed, returning her to the rubble from whence she came. Not much of an epitaph. Still, it's more than I expect mine will say. I'll probably end up with whatever's written on the cement bag round my feet.
Toodaloo, we got a new clue.
Carlotta? Carlotta? She disappeared without even a word. I couldn't work that woman out. Still, she'd found me the tomb, which left me trying to decide whether or not to tell Malachite. There's an inscription. Madame Lodestone.
Right, that's the same thing. Slab.
A heavy stone slab covered the tomb of Madame Lodestone, and presumably Therma's body was inside.
Slab. Inscription. Well, probably crowbar off the slab, but maybe when Malachite... Yeah, push slab. I suppose we could do it now. We could do it now. Therma in the Mausoleum. Isn't that a Smith song? Therma in the Mausoleum. I know it's serious. Grave rob.
That wasn't going to help me move the slab.
Yes, it will. It's a bloody crowbar. You tell me not to use the crowbar all the time, then the very time a crowbar is the most pertinent fucking tool, you say, no, that's not going to help me. Fucking hell. Who wrote this? I'll tell you who wrote this game. Fucking designed by Greg Barnett and Chris Bateman. They're to blame. Script by Chris Bateman as well. We can blame him for all the casual misogyny. It's film noir, it's film noir. Right. But that doesn't matter, because what we're going to do is we're going to save the game. Yeah, we'll overwrite it. And then we're going to wrap it up for the day. So, quit playing. Yes, we're going to quit playing. Go full casual. Put some music on. Hello. How are you? You are, of course, a pest. A big old pest. Well, thanks for hanging out with me on this bank holiday Easter Monday. It's nice. Makes for a change, doesn't it? What am I going to do? I'm going to just turn off that computer. All those Windows XP sounds. Windows XP. Remember Windows XP? Do ya? Jaws tail. I know he's terrible. Right, let's see who's about for raid. Ollie's on. Should we go see Ollie? It's always a laugh with Ollie. They're a daft brush. Goth is on. We could go see Goth. What's Goth up to? Dredge. No idea what Dredge is. TJ wants to use the crowbar. Did someone grab a clip of the Austin 316 bit? Otherwise I'm going to have to scrub and find it. Meows is doing podcast day. I don't like raiding onto like podcasts. It's always a bit weird. Like D&D streams, it's a bit weird. There's no like, you know, but what's going on the screen should be constantly moving and active, not stopping for a bunch of people going, "Woo, we are and we're coming to town, beep beep." Whereas like, you know, people playing games and stuff. Well, yeah, we'll go see Goth. What have they got? Dredge. I don't know what Dredge is, but right, not that keyboard. Let's get that keyboard out of the way. / raid Big Butch Goth Girl. Big Butch Goth Girl. Right, thanks for hanging out, folks. Always lovely to spend time with you, even if it is a random Bank Holiday Monday. Back on Friday for more Discworld Noir then, in which hopefully I shall remember the plot, because it will only have been a few days in between playing. Orko says thanks. I'm sure he would if he had manners and could speak on there. You know where to find me. Mastodons, the Twitters, the Discords. It's all in the down below. You lot are a lovely bunch, and I love spending time with you. And now we can go spend time with Goth, who is also quite lovely. Look after yourself. Mwah. Goodbye.